He asked, what are red flags y'all have ignored in the past that you absolutely shouldn't have? We'll start with you. We'll go around the table. So what are red flags you've ignored in the past that you absolutely shouldn't have? Go ahead.
Well, I feel like I touched on it, really, just going through the phone and seeing a bunch of things like that should have just been like, okay, like, no. Immediately, I should have just been like, no. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, the fact that I started out as the other woman in the first place, that's a big one.
I would say love bombing and then not taking accountability during arguments. I'd be gaslighted and I can't argue with crazy, so.
I'd say just being the rebound girl. Yeah.
I'd have to say somebody who doesn't have their own interests and hobbies, and they're kind of like clinging on to you, and you're their hobby, so.
I would say a guy who's willing to let me take responsibility and be in charge of everything and wear the pants and like pay all the bills and be the grown up. Did that when I was really young. That didn't turn out well. So, yeah.
Yep.
Rachel, do you have a question for them? If not, I got one.
Go ahead.
What do you think are your own red flags? Really quick.
You want to start with you and go around?
For me, coming from not being a healed person, I feel like
Close to like this.
I have definitely done my fair share of damage, and I feel like I always have to one up someone. I don't like losing. I'm an Aries, so I just don't like that. I feel like that's a really big thing, because you could just be a bigger person and just walk away, because silence is really the best revenge.
Okay.
I want to say just that I'm stubborn. I don't always want to admit that I'm wrong. Granted, I'm working on that. I want to be better so I can be better for others.
I get comfortable really, really fast. So if there's something that's negative in the relationship, I can get used to it, because I'm like, okay, it's not that serious. It's not that serious until I blow up.
I'd say I have a difficult time asking for help.
Maybe I have a temper. And I've been working really hard to make sure that I think before I yell.
For me, it was never like promiscuity or anything like that. I never did that. But early on when I was younger, I was like really willful, and same as what all you guys are saying. And I think the takeaway from that is that, especially all of us who are born in this day and age as women, we tend to be really willful. We're taught that we should compete with men. We're told that we need to not let anyone control us and not let anybody tell us what to do. And so we feel like we do have to constantly one-up the guy or whatever. I did that too when I was younger. And good wives are not born, they're made. And it was something I had to work on. It was something that I worked on with my husband's help. And we can maybe get into that later. But yeah, I had all the same issues. I had a temper, I was willful, I was competitive, all that stuff when I was young. So